Chavos, welcome to Four Wheel Fluency, where my car is your Spanish classroom. In today's video, I am going to talk about how to improve your R pronunciation in Español. More specifically, Mexican Spanish. That is my focus here at Mexican Fluency. Before we dive into today's lesson, I just want to invite you guys to head over to MexicanFluency.com. Check out my courses, check out my one-on-one coaching over there. So let's dive into today's video. If you're trying to become fluent in Spanish, the R pronunciation is undoubtedly one of the most important bits of pronunciation that you're going to encounter. It's also one of the more challenging ones for us gringos, okay? So step number one to improving your R pronunciation is to first identify that there is more than just one R pronunciation in Spanish. We have the single R flap and we have the double R flap, okay? We have the R and we have the R. R, R. Okay, identify that first. Second step is to identify where are these sounds taking place. Starting with a single R, you're going to see and hear that whenever it is inside of a word. Okay, the single R inside of a word. For example, caro is an expensive. Es caro. Es caro. At the end of a word as well. For example, the infinitive of to dance in Spanish is bailar. Okay? Or comer, or to ask, pedir, pedir, single flap. We're going to find the double or triple flap when we have an R at the beginning of a word. For example, my wife's name is Renata, okay? Renata. My friend's name is Roberto, Roberto. We're also going to do the double R or triple R sound whenever we have the double R anywhere at all in a Spanish word. For example, mi carro, me gusta mi carro, birria, tacos de birria, me encantan los tacos de birria. Number three, now that we know when to pronounce these either single or double R sounds in Spanish, we need to practice, okay? So the next thing I want you guys to do is to go to ChatGPT, type in these simple words. Give me 10 sentences that include both the single R and double R sounds in Spanish. Boom, ChatGPT will give you Spanish sentences right there. You want to practice reading those sentences every single day. You get tired of those sentences? Simply go in, type in that same prompt again. You're going to get 10 more sentences. Practice reading those sentences out loud, okay? It's going to contain both single and double R, so you're going to have to be thinking when is the right R to use, okay, depending on the word. Side note, I want to throw in here that you'll often hear a multiflap R in Spanish for emphasis, okay? So, for example, and this is very vulgar, but this is the first thing that comes to my mind. My brother-in-law, my wife's brother, he's a young guy, really funny dude, and every time something goes terribly wrong, he goes, verga! So a lot of times in Spanish, whenever you're hearing something that is really emphasized, although it normally would not have a multi-R flap, it will be rrr, okay? Keep that in mind, listen for that. Okay, so back to ChatGPT. So you want to practice these sentences on a very regular basis. If you're serious about improving your pronunciation, you're going to do this every single day. Okay, last thing here. Now we're going to talk about how to actually pronounce these sounds, okay? So with the single R flap, it's very simple, and we can almost all do this here. So I'm going to show you my crooked front teeth here, and we're going to be pushing the tongue against the top of the roof of the mouth and pushing out from the front of your teeth. So, ra, ra, ra. Okay, I think you can see my tongue pushing out, one flap. Now, whenever we have the double or multi-flap, we're going to be doing that, but just pushing more air out, okay? Ra, 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 ra. So look yourself in the mirror, practice doing this every single day. If you're serious about improving, you're going to do it every day. It's going to feel silly, it's going to feel funny, but eventually you should be able to do this. Ra, 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 ra. And you can even like bounce your foot, keeping the rhythm. Ra, 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 ra. And then eventually, once you get good at that, you should have enough control of your tongue to be able to just go. Breathe in. All right, these are some exercises you can do. Breathe in again. And this exercise, it's funny, it sounds funny, it looks funny, but this is going to force you to get in the habit of you're breathing in and you're pushing out. And as every time you're making this R sound, air is being pushed out, and that is helping the tongue to flap against the roof of your mouth and the back of your teeth. So there you have it, guys. That is my very compact yet comprehensive lesson on how to improve your R pronunciation in Spanish. If you like this video, guys, please like it. Please subscribe to Mexican Fluency. I'll make more videos just like this on much more regular basis. I'm trying to dive back into YouTube. I think that this is a great start to head in the right direction, making good content, long form video content here on YouTube, and I'll be sharing clips of this on Instagram and on TikTok and try to do some shorts here as well. Que tengan una semana excelente y que sigan practicando su español. I'll see you guys very soon. Hasta el próximo video.